Anna, if I have to call you once more, you'll live to regret it. I'll be up them dances and drag you out of that bed.
All right, you're not need to lay an egg. I'm coming.
Aye, well, hurry up and shape yourself, or you'll have something to rile up Paul. I'll give him such a backlander in a minute.
You get put away for talking to yourself.
Oh, congratulations. You've made history, you have. And you make more history if you go around with your shirt tails hanging out all day. Don't blame me if your breakfast is cold. It's been there since this morning.
All right, no need to be so sarky.
Oh, well, no, it can talk as well, can it?
Oh, come off it, man. I've not come to yet.
Tell us something we don't know. Did you have an extra late night or something?
No, I finished about 2 o'clock. Something like that.
Oh, well, you don't finish any earlier than that, whether or not.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what makes it that you're so gormless this morning?
Well, I was stood out on the street a bit before I came in.
Well, that must have been exciting for you. What were you doing?
Watching all fun and games.
Fun and games at 2 o'clock in the morning in Coronation Street. What are you talking about?
Trust you to know naught about it. The old street were up. Number of Rosses were there. Thought it was New Year's Eve or something. You couldn't move for them.
Policeman? What happened? You haven't been up to anything, have you?
Have I, Eckers? Like honest, ma'am. You'll get me hung, you will.
Well, policeman, what were they doing?
Playing up, Scotch. I don't know. Standing around, getting each other's road as far as I could make out. Sherlock Holmes are there and all, by the way, chucking his weight about.
Who?
Arthur, mucking about inside Rovers Return.
Inside the Rovers? Hey, they weren't serving drinks after time, were they? That's not like Jack Walker.
No, they'd had burglars.
They'd had what?
They'd had burglars, and I'm fed up of saying everything twice. You want to wash her ears out? They'd had burglars. They've been broken into.
They haven't.
She's at it again. They have.
Burglars inside the Rovers. And here's me, not a spit away, sleeping like a baby.
Well, I'm sorry to come bothering you again this morning, Mr. Walker. You're sure that's a lot, are you? You've checked everything?
Oh, there's no else, Mrs. Sergeant. I've searched every room from top to bottom, and there's no been touched in the house.
That's 3 packs of cigarettes, 200 in each. That's 600 in all. And 2 bottles of whisky.
My best wine glasses smashed to smithereens. I wouldn't mind. I've only had them a couple of weeks and all.
You're no money short, though, are you?
Oh, no. Till's always emptied last thing at night. There's no they can pinch there.
Well, I think we've been very fortunate. You'd have thought they'd have emptied the shelves while they're about it. Well, they must have been very hard up to bother to break in just for a couple of bottles and a few dozen cigarettes.
Aye, but I reckon the culprit only did half the job he came to do, you see, Mrs. Walker.
Oh?
I think he must have had his eye on a bit more than he took.
Well, why didn't he help himself then? None of us was stopping him. He could have walked off with the old rum cellar for all we knew.
Aye, but I think them broken bottles of tomato juice we found on the floor might have something to do with it. You see, I fancy that whoever did this job must have knocked those bottles over himself. Then he got the wind up, thought he'd woken up the whole house and made a dash for it.
Well, there's no need to bother about anything here. Billy was out. We were at the victualler's ball. Concepta was alone in the house. She goes off like a log the minute her head touches the pillow. And as for these 2 beauties, they wouldn't turn in their bed if you set the street on fire. It'd take more than a couple of broken bottles to spoil their beauty sleep.
Oh, well, things might have been worse when you come to look at it.
Oh, well, I'm very glad you think so, Jack Walker. We can only hope that the brewery shares the same view, can't we?
That lot? They won't miss a couple of fags and a drop of scotch. Don't you worry your head about that. Anyway, Sarge, do you reckon there's much chance of finding out who did it?
Oh, we'll cop him right enough. You don't need to lose any sleep over that.
Lose sleep? I'll lose my blooming job if I don't get going.
Come on, Billy.
Yeah, for all you know, it might have been that chap you slung out the other night. Still, whoever it is, we'll have him. Here, you best get that window fixed as soon as you can. You don't want them coming back tonight and carrying on from where they left off.
Well, if they try coming upstairs again, they get a lot more than they bargained for. They'll have to get past me and my poker if they want to try their luck again.
I don't think we'll want your lads anymore, Sergeant. We've got the Irish Guards on duty now.
Ah, well, it's all very well you laughing, Jack Walker. At least it shows willing. Never you mind them, Concepta, love. Are you going out?
Yes, I thought if you could do without me for an hour or two, I'd take myself over to Elsie Tanner's shop.
Going for your dress, lovely.
Yeah, my big day's arrived at last.
Yes.
I promised myself a new dress, and a new dress I'm going to have, picnic or no picnic.
Good for you, love. You go out and enjoy yourself.
Yes, I will. Cheerio for now. Bye.
Hey, would you like to take a drink with us before you make tracks? We've had your bath tonight after all.
No, thanks all the same, Mr. Walker. I'm on duty now. Best to push it on.
Not a cup of tea or anything?
No time, Mrs. Walker. I'm to get cracking now. Oh, by the way, you won't forget the window, will you?
You'll leave that to me. I'll get it done right away. You know what they say? Once bitten.
Aye.
Aye, and half the police force was there, and Arthur was there and all, you know.
I say, how awful. Only hope they left some, that's all.
Oh, wait till the regulars find out there'll be blue murder. And if they find whoever got it, well, they'll tear him limb from limb.
And Nattina Sharples wouldn't like to be in her shoes, my word. If she gets hold of them, whoever they are, I can't stand the sight of blood.
Aye, hanging them would be an act of mercy, wouldn't it?
Hey, don't you go doing that. Let me do it for you. You don't want to strain yourself.
What are you talking about all of a sudden? I'm a delicate or something.
No, but, 'tis nearly your time, isn't it?
You what?
Well, your Linda's about due now, isn't she?
Hey, it's our Linda that's having this blooming kid, not me, you know.
I know, but you are going to be a grandmother. And you know what they say? You've got to look after yourself, especially at your time of life.
That'll be quite enough of that, thank you. You'll have me drawing the old age pension before I can turn round. Don't know what's the matter with you. I might tell you something. There's plenty of gold left in Elsie yet, you know.
I was only pulling your leg.
Oh, good morning, Elsie. Oh, hello, love. How are you? What happened? Are you all right?
Oh, yes, thank you very much. It takes more than a bit of a fly-by-night to put the wind up me.
Well, what happened?
Well, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody broke in, forced windows in the Select, helped themselves to a couple of packets of fags and a couple of bottles of whisky.
Is that all they got away with? According to our Dennis's romancing, you'd all been kidnapped and half the police force was there.
Well, we had about 6 of them round this morning, including your Arthur. He said he'd be back later getting particulars.
Well, does he know who did it?
Well, not yet, he doesn't, but he said he will before long.
I shall have to pump him, won't I? You've come for your dress, haven't you, love?
Yeah, D-Day's arrived at last. You haven't sold it, have you?
Of course I haven't. It'd be more than my life's worth, wouldn't it? Now, here it is. There you are now. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, just the tickers. It is size 34, isn't it?
Yes, you've slimmed a bit since Christmas, haven't you? You used to be size 36.
Oh, well, I've been trying to.
Oh, I don't know how you've got the strength or the willpower. You know, once I start and I see the sight of a chocolate meringue, I'm a lost woman. Well, there you are, love. American cotton candy stripe. It's all the rage this season. And if you don't click in that at the picnic, you never will.
How long have you broken up from school for, love?
A week. We've got all week's holiday.
I don't know. You don't know you're born. All week for wit. You won't know what to do with yourself.
Oh, what's that? I'm going up picnic with my dad and taking me to Blackpool.
Well, that's only one day. You've got all the rest of the week.
Oh, I couldn't care less. I've never been to Blackpool before. Have you ever been, Auntie Florrie?
Yes, once or twice.
Smashing it. We've got all sorts, and my dad said I can go up tower. Have you ever been up tower, Auntie Florrie?
Oh, yes, once years ago. And once was enough for me, too. It nearly gave me heart failure looking down.
Bet it does me. Are you coming up with me and my dad on Sunday?
I'm not going on the picnic, love.
Oh, don't you like it at Blackpool?
Of course I do, but I'm not going this time.
But it's dead good, honest. They've got a zoo and a circus and a fun house, and my dad says I can go at Big Dipper.
I thought you'd never been to Blackpool.
I haven't, but Nancy Greenwood is at the tower school and she's been telling me. Hey, she got lost on sands and we had to get lifeguards out after her.
Dear.
And I've saved 7 shillings up for a candy floss.
7 shillings for candy floss? You'll make yourself sick.
Well, heck, I'm going to bring most of it home for afterwards.
Bring it out. Oh, well, you'll have to see what your dad says about that. Now, look, love, I've got to go in the back to do tomorrow's ordering, so can you manage if anybody comes in?
Yeah, of course I can.
That's right. Now, don't forget, if you want me, you know where I am.
All right. Morning, Mr. Sharple.
Why aren't you at school?
Because I'm on holiday and we broke up.
Oh, you have you? So I expect we'll have all kids at neighbourhood shouting and bawling up and down the street all week. By gum, your teachers have got their heads screwed on the right way. 9 wild 4 or 5 days a week and then letting you loose for weeks on end. Holidays, you're never there.
I'm not shouting and bawling. I'm helping the Auntie Florrie.
Aye, well, you just go and tell her that there's plenty more tuppeny halfpenny shops round here. If she doesn't want to lose one of her best customers, you better come and get some serving done before I take my customer elsewhere.
It's all right. I'm serving.
You are?
Yeah, I'm dead good at it. I've been doing it all morning.
Oh, you have you? Well, I wondered if your Auntie Florrie, as you call her, knows there's such a thing as the official shop workers that was made for the likes of her to stop you kids slaving while she does now all day. Any road, you're supposed to be on holiday. You want to be outside playing with other kids, getting some fresh air down. You're not stuck in here doing her dirty work.
I'm doing my Auntie Florrie a good turn. Anyway, she didn't ask me to. I offered.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and if I was outside, I'd be shouting and bawling, wouldn't I? You want to make your mind up. You do, Mrs. Sharples.
Is that so?
Yes. I only wanted to help out, and that's what I am doing.
Oh, well, if you're helping, you can help me.
Well, what do you want?
Well, if you'll give me a chance to get a word in edgeways, I'll tell you. I want a bottle of camphor rub, a tin of tuna fish, and a box of soap powder that's got threepence off. I've got some coupons here somewhere.
Have you got a bad chest, Mrs. Sharples?
You what?
Camphor rub. I wondered if you got a bad chest or something.
Well, I've had a bit of a cough if the whole street must know.
Well, you'd better look after it. There's been a lot going round just lately.
Is there?
Yes, you want some hot drinks and a lemon down you besides this stuff.
Get away.
Can't have you being poor.
Oh, well, just so long as we know. How much is that?
That's 4 and 4 altogether.
4 and 4? You'll be charging admission next. There you are. By gum, I'll tell you what, your Auntie Florrie will be opening that boarding house in Southport yet.
Ain't Mr. Sharples? Wait a minute, I've added you up wrong.
Oh, you're learning quick. How much more do you want?
No, it's me as owes you something. I've done you for threepence.
Oh, well, there's hope yet, but you don't want to let your Auntie Florrie hear you say that. You never make a shopkeeper if you do tricks like that. Bleed 'em dry, that's their motto. Well, I'll tell you what, my lass. You can keep that threepence for being honest.
Are you sure, Mrs. Sharples?
Of course, I'm sure. So it won't be my fault if you don't enjoy yourself on picnic tomorrow. Never let it be said that Ina Sharples watches her pennies.
For them, not 2 minutes, and the squad car was outside that front door.
Did the police say who the burglar was?
Oh, no, not yet. Give them a chance. They'll find them, though.
You've fixed the window now that they can't break in again.
We haven't all. Safe as the Bank of England we are now.
Oh, we are we?
Of course we are, though.
Well, I know one publican's wife will be scared of closing her eyes tonight anyway.
Now, Annie, you'll have no need to worry with me and Billy standing guard, eh?
Oh, that's good, that is. Why should England tremble?
You're right, Miss Walker. I shouldn't think they will break in again now that the cops are.
I think you're right there, lad.
Now, let's see. You want 4 light ales, don't you?
That's right.
That's right. I don't know. We've only been open 5 minutes, and here we are being run off our feet. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know whether I shall be coming or going.
Yes, they popped in to find out about last night, I suppose.
I expect they have. Yes, well... We shall be very, very busy, you know, we.
Oh, I meant to mention to you, Mrs. Walker, I shall be able to come in and give you a hand in the evening next Monday.
Will you, on Whit Monday?
Yes.
I thought you were going on the picnic.
No, I've changed my mind. I'm stopping home instead.
Oh?
As you see, Linda won't be going, so I thought I'd stay home with her and do some odd jobs I have to do. So I shall be able to give you a hand in the evening.
Well, that's fine. Well, I shall be very grateful if you can. Some of us will have to stay at home and earn the pennies, won't they, while others enjoy themselves.
Did you say something, love?
Oh, no. I was just thinking aloud. It'll be 9 and 3 altogether, I think.
Right, thank you,
I shall hold you to your promise about Whit Monday.
That's all right. I'll be here.
Whoops, sorry.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'm all thumbs and fingers tonight.
It's all right. My fault. I wasn't watching where I was going.
Can you spare me a minute, Mrs. Walker?
Of course. Oh, is it your frock? Can I have a look?
There'll be trouble if you don't.
Oh, now that I do like.
I have to take the hem up an inch or two, but otherwise it fits me like a treat and looks lovely from the back.
Well, I always say, love, there's nothing nicer than a shirt waister for summer. That's very smart. It really is. It's beautiful.
Hello, what's this? A new secret weapon, then?
Now, don't you be cheeky, Billy.
If you mean, is this my new dress? You're right, it is.
So this is it, then, eh? Look out, Harry Hewitt. The battle's on. Ireland's answer to the atom bomb.
Now, I won't tell you again.
Oh, it's Concepta I'm thinking about, Mum. These things have got to be planned, you know, like army manoeuvres.
And what does General Montgomery suggest, might I ask?
Well, Want to take your hem up another 6 inches for the kick-off, don't you?
I'd look a proper daisy, wouldn't I, with my lovely knees?
Take her hem up another 6 inches. Honestly, Billy, I don't know where you get those ideas from. Now, you behave yourself.
All right, Concepta. I'll give you a next move on Sunday night, all right?
Oh, now that's that done. Now perhaps I can have 5 minutes to myself. Do you know, if we eat out, there'll be no washing up to do, would there? Right, starting from tonight, we'll have a new carry-on in this house. No eating.
Oh, well, I'll leave home for a start. No, I suppose, Doreen, we could eat fish and chips, couldn't we, and eat them out of paper? There'd be no washing up then, would there?
Oh, I'd like to see you eating fish and chips for breakfast, dinner and tea. You'd soon have something to say.
I suppose so.
Frank.
What, love?
Frank, I thought you were going to shave.
Well, this time.
Frank, you said you were going to shave straight after tea.
Look, love, it takes me 4 minutes flat to shave it. I've got all night.
4 minutes flat and you end up with a face full of plasters. You're on early turn tomorrow. You said you'd shave straight after tea, and then it'd be done with.
Oh, well, you're right. I think I will go and have a shave.
I won't be many minutes, love.
Kenneth? Are you staying in tonight, love?
Me, no. I'm going out for a bit.
Anywhere important?
Oh, might go to the pictures. Don't know.
Are you taking Marian with you?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Hmm?
Love, I want to say I'm sorry for what happened the other night.
Oh, it's all right. Nothing to be sorry about.
Oh, yes, there is. If you can't tell your own mother something without getting your head bitten off, it's a poor do.
Don't be daft. She didn't bite me, though.
Oh, all the same, I shouldn't have gone on like that.
You're a great little worrier, aren't you?
Well, if I can't worry about my own, I might as well pack up. Why don't you bring Marian round to tea one night?
Do you mean it?
Of course I do. I'd like to meet her.
Oh, all right, I will. Thanks, Mum.
Oh, you've nothing to thank me for. Unless, of course, she's got an appetite like our Davy.
Well, when should I bring her?
Oh, whenever you like, love. Only give me a bit of warning. I don't want her to catch me on the up with the house looking a proper tip.
Thanks, Mum. I'll ask her tonight when she thinks she can come round.
Well, if you're meeting her tonight, why don't you bring her back for supper?
Tonight?
Yes, if you like.
Okay, then. You're not such a bad one, are you, considering?
Considering what?
Considering you got me to put up with.
Oh, get away with you.
Shall I go and tell Dad he can stop shaving now and come in?
Of course, it's only natural when you wait up. You'll only get burglars where there's something to pinch. And there's enough brass being made in this little gold mine to make a parson's mouth water. They must have making a right pile.
Well, that proves it then, doesn't it?
Proves what?
What I was saying just now. It's somebody as local as has done it.
I don't think I follow you, Martha.
Well, it must be somebody as comes in, only them knows.
Knows what?
How much they're making.
Oh, that's where you're making a big mistake. This pub is marked.
What do you mean, Ena?
It's marked, is this pub. Every hooligan and vagabond in the criminal underworld has got his eye on this place. It's marked on a list, next for robbing.
Oh, well, I don't think we have many hooligans in here, do we? There's some lovely people comes in here.
Ah, and lovely people can be very deceptive. I mean, to look at me, you wouldn't think butter had melted in my mouth. But it might easily be me now, couldn't it be?
Oh, Ena.
Oh, I'm not just a pretty face, you know. Behind these innocent eyes and countenance of love could beat a heart as black as the Duke of Earl's riding boots, for all you know.
Ah, but come to think of it, Ena, it couldn't have been you, whether or no.
Oh, why couldn't it?
Well, because whoever did it come through the window. And you're not built that way.
Well, I don't care, Ena. I'll stand by you.
What for?
Because that's what friends are for. To stand by you when you're in trouble.
What are you two rambling about? By gum, you get an archbishop 20 years without the option of a fine for doing nothing but preaching the holy gospel. I'm not saying I did it. I'm only trying to prove it could have been anybody. We're all under suspicion, you know. Don't let them kid you.
Well, it couldn't have been me. I was in the land of Nod when it happened.
Oh, it's no use telling us that, Minnie. It's the police. They're very funny with alibis. Have you got an alibi?
I don't think I have.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, seeing that you don't know what it is. How many witnesses have you got?
Oh, I haven't any. I was in bed on my own, Ena.
Oh, you don't need to convince me, but it's a long arm of the law that'll give you third degree and hunt you to dying breath. Hey, and anyway, where are these people when they're wanted, when they're supposed to be protecting helpless women and children and public property?
Ena, I won't have that, Ena. There's a lovely young bobby on duty round here.
Aye, and how often do we see his face? Only when he comes in to stop us quenching our thirst because it's 10:30.
Well, I should have thought they ought to be home by now.
Oh, they'll be in a minute or two.
Well, I think I'll put the kettle on and then it'll be
Don't
ready.
give over getting in a dither either. You shouldn't have invited them to supper if you're going to get all worked up about it. They'll land when they get here and not before.
Anyway, if they don't come soon, they can set it out of them cakes for a start, because I'm getting hungry.
Now, you just keep your hands off them cakes. They're only to be looked at until our Ken gets
I
back.
don't look, she's a librarian. You'd think she's the Queen of Sheba the way you're carrying on.
Well, I think I'll put the kettle on whether or no.
Ah, good luck, kid lad. Yeah, I thought I was going to die of starvation.
Hello, everyone. Mum, this is Marian.
How do you do? Very pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
How do you do, Mrs. Barlow? It's It's very good of you to ask me to supper.
Oh, and this is my father.
Hello?
I'm pleased to meet you, Marian.
And this is Stanley Matthews has been telling you about.
Oh, yes, I've heard all about you and your football.
Oh, taking the notices of our Ken on the laugh as good as he says.
What makes you think I told you you're any good?
Well, you give us your coat, Marian, and go and sit yourself down.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, I think I'll go and put the kettle on, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you. Well, how's the ankle?
Oh, no, it's fine, thank you.
Must have an awful lot of patience to make those things. They're awfully complicated, aren't they?
Please, no. No, quite easy, these. Look all right when they're finished, though, don't they?
Ah, well, did you get the pictures? Was it all right?
No, we only went to a news theatre. We didn't have all that much time.
Yeah, not much of an evening out for Marian, is it?
Oh, I quite enjoyed it. Do you go to the pictures a lot, Mr. Barlow?
No, I haven't got much time for pictures. My work doesn't start till I get home here. You know, so a right slave driver is my wife. Is that right, love?
What, Frank?
I was just telling Marian here about you and your little odd jobs. You know, she's the worst gaffer I've ever had.
Oh, don't you take any notice of him. He'd be hard put to find something to do with himself if he didn't have his odd jobs.
Hey, ma'am, my stomach thinks my throat's cut.
Oh, well, give over, Intin. All right, I'll make the tea. Honestly, you'd think I never fed them. They don't half let you down.
Oh, don't worry about me. Shall I come and help you?
Oh, no, thank you, Marian. No, it's all ready. It won't take a moment.
Well, I don't mind helping.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hear of it. Mr. Barlow will give me a hand with the plates, won't you, Frank?
You see what I mean? Cracking the whip already. Still, I suppose I've only got myself to blame. I shouldn't have married her.
Well, you look all right on it, don't you?
I see. I never get any sympathy.
No, I should think not, indeed. They never know when they're well off, don't men? You wait till you're married, Marian, you'll see what I mean.
Oh, it'll be a long wait as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, how's that?
Well, I've no intention of getting married.
You don't want to get married?
No, not in the least.
Good crowd in here tonight, Mr. Walker. I reckon you've made up for what you had stolen by now,
50 times over. Mind you, I nearly lost my voice telling the same tale 50 times over and all.
And I suppose they want to know whether we've copped him or not yet, don't they?
They do and all. I don't suppose you've got much idea yourselves yet, like, have you? I mean, there weren't much in the way of clues, was there?
Oh, there was enough. We're working on 1 or 2 leads at the moment, Mr. Walker. We'll shop in right enough.
Oh, you reckon you will then, eh?
Right. Oh, by the way, you've got a young Polish fellow working here, haven't you? Name of Ivan Javeski.
Oh, that's right. Son-in-law to Elsie Tanner.
Ah, that's the lad. I wonder if I could have a word with him. I won't keep him a minute.
Oh, of course you can. Annie, just ask Ivan to step into the public for a minute, will you? Sergeant Dewhurst would like a word with you.
Would he? Oh, well, he's in the select, I'll tell him.
Hello, there's something funny going on in public.
Why, what's up?
Some as if they'd like hushed up, but I'm no judge. And the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from the just.
I'm sorry to bother you, Ivan, but Sergeant Dewhurst would like to see you for a minute.
Oh, yes, Arthur. What would you like to see me about?
Look, do you think we could go somewhere on our own to talk? I'd just like to have a word with you in private.